Let's keep reading through Job real quick. There's another passage that CARM brought up, and it's Job 26:13. And this time, I don't need to look at the whole chapter. I just want to look at all these different versions. This one's a little weaker. Job says, by his breath, speaking of God, by his breath the skies became fair. What? Where's the creatorship there? Well, let's keep reading some of the different versions. NLT, his spirit made the heavens. Ah, there we go. It's the translation. His spirit made the heavens. Okay, but wait a minute. The other versions say, by his wind the heavens were made. Okay, I can see made there. By his breath the skies were cleared. NASB, by his breath the heavens are cleared. By his spirit he adorned the heavens. What gives? Okay, the reason why I'm bringing up all these different versions is because I've got the Hebrew pulled up for us, is because this word made in some versions is actually not the same Hebrew word asad that we looked at earlier in Isaiah and earlier in Job. When he says, by his spirit the heavens were made, it's the word shifra, and this word is a hapax legomenon. What does that mean? It means it only shows up once in the whole Bible. And so when I click on the Strong's reference to find out where else it shows up, wow, it only shows up once. Yeah, Strong's a Hebrew word, 8235, it shows up one time. So it's sometimes difficult to determine the meaning of a word when you don't have other passages that you can bounce off of to get a kind of a scope of the range. What's the point is we could translate it as made, but it's better translated as brought into clearness or fairness or clearness of sky, like the clouds cleared away, like, that's what I mean, like you might clear off the clutter from a desk. You would clear it off or beautify it, make it look fair, garnish it or something. So going back to all those different translations, NIV, NLT, ESV, NASB, KJV, we can see the different range that they're trying to give to this Hebrew word. They're trying to explain that the Spirit of God beautifies the sky. Doesn't necessarily make the sky, as in create it, is the point I'm trying to make. So if you only went with, say, maybe which version, maybe either the ESV or something like that, then you might get the impression that the Spirit of God is making the heavens here. But that's not really what Job is talking about. I believe he's just simply talking about God's Spirit is one who's beautifying. He's clearing the sky. He's blowing away the clouds, if you want to follow the metaphor of wind and breath and spirit and put them all together. By his breath, the skies became fair. His Spirit made the heavens beautiful. By his wind, the heavens were made fair. By his breath, the skies were cleared. By his breath, the heavens are cleared. By his Spirit, he adorns the heavens. So going back to, in conclusion, CARM brings this passage in saying that the Holy Spirit is creator, and maybe the writer to the book is talking about how that this word is sometimes translated as made or something like that. The heavens were made fair. I don't think it's the word made. It's not the same connotation. So that's really what we're trying to say. All right, so I think we've done a pretty good job. We went a little bit over. We did a pretty good job and just looked at this whole table, and I don't need to look at this row next week. We can jump now into resurrects and talk about how the Father is the one who resurrects, the Son is the one who resurrects, the Holy Spirit is the one who resurrects. We can look at that next week, and we don't have to spend all the time on Creator. We spent a lot of time on that when we looked at John way up here earlier anyway, so go back and listen to previous recordings or watch previous videos. All right, with that, it's about... Oh wow, it's an hour 26 minutes according to my little timer on my desk here. We went over, as we do sometimes. Let's close in prayer. Those of you who are with me in the live class, if you still have got time and you've got questions, we can continue to entertain those. But for those of you on my YouTube crowd and my iTunes crowd, let's draw the study to a close with my prayer, okay?